as I said, we're going to drill a bit more down into the form around Ashrun. This is part 7 of the Melbourne Cup preview for 2020. Ashrun, being one of the major 3 contenders, deserves a little bit more time in the second part of the video. As I said, with Ashrun, there's a lot to take into consideration here about the potential scope for more that it's got. We've got it rated 5.5 to a 7, and at $21 and $6, that's just big overs. It has to be backed on an each-way basis as the third top rated, and other majors seem winning chances. $2 gap back to Dashing Willoughby in 4th. We're also going to back it to win as well, purely because it is at $81. But if we go and look deeper into the form coming out of and using Ashrun versus Shocking as a par, as I mentioned we're going to do in the last video, that year and a year that was a length and a half, 2.5 lengths weaker potentially than what this year is on the 10-year rolling average, and that it was only an average renewal versus strong renewal this year. Coming out of the Lexus win, as Ashrun does on Saturday, Shocking went 53.5 that year. Drops to 2.5 kilos. Ashrun drops 8 kilos today, from 61 to 53. An 8 kilo drop versus a 2.5 kilo drop on a year that was only 2.5 kilos weaker. So potentially Ashrun could rate even higher than 7 plus. That's why there's a double question mark realistically next to Ashrun. Next to Ashrun in this race. It could potentially rate higher. It's just, and if it does, if it does rate to that level, it blows this field away. Horses shouldn't rate 8, 9, 10 in Melbourne Cups. So, yeah, it's just like, how much do you give it for dropping 8 kilos? Ashrun's a very serious contender. By authorised out of a dam line that we know gets tripped strongly, a good German family. We know how German families perform in Australia now. Theo Rene being the first of them. He ran second in his first Melbourne Cup at 50s and won the next year. It was 2012 that he ran second, won 2013. We found him that year in 2012 that he ran second at 50 to 1. Also on Shocking the year that he won as well. That's why I used it as a benchmark, because I remember that year so well. Ashrun, as a Lexus winner, a Hotham winner, comes into this as a real live chance, thrown in at the weights. Andre Swallow hasn't spent 2 years in quarantine in Sydney for nothing to come down and watch it win just Hotham last weekend. He's bullish about it. No concern about Declan Bates getting on board. Has to go back. This will be run at an even to solid tempo. I've got no doubt about that this year. And, yeah, just all the stars seem to align for this horse. And being lightly raced, scope for more by authorised. You just have to think Ashrun might be making it 2 on end as the third seen major winning chance behind Sir Dragonet and Tiger Moth. That's part 7 of the Melbourne Cup preview. In the next part, we'll have a quick look at Dashing Willoughby and Russian Camelot. Dashing Willoughby more so because the value exists around it as a 4th top rated. Thanks.